What up, fam? Let's get going. We're on this Mod 6 quiz review, and I gotta be honest, if you're struggling with these first five questions, I'm questioning if you actually read the problem because it's clearly side, side, side has this SSS on it, and this hypotenuse leg has an HL on it. The side angle side has an SAS on it. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say other than you should be getting these right. All right, let's move on to the real questions. All right, so what is the measure of angle E? The idea is that triangles CAB and FDE are congruent triangles, and they combine to these two. So angle C is the same as angle F, angle A is the same as angle D, angle B is the same as angle E, side CA same as side FD, so on and so forth. I think you get it. So E, we know that E is the same as B, E is the same as B. We got 30. Which of these statements must be true? So again, you don't even need the triangles. You can just look directly at the letters up here. So we know that like AB has to be the same as DE. So that's not it. We just said that AB has the same as DE. That's not it. AC, let's see, AC has to be FD. ACFD, oh, that's a bingo, baby. Right away, we're good to go. Letter C. Moving on to question number 8. In the figure below, which statement must be true? So what you're looking at here, we have a side angle side situation, side angle side situation. So we need to have these two triangles being the same. So let's check it out. GM would have to be the same as AX because they both have that single tick mark. So that's not correct there. We have WG, same as AX. So we got WG would have to be the same as UX because there's no sign on that one. No sign, so that ain't right. W is the same as X. So W right here is the same as X. Well, if you see, we have like the angle, we have the two tick marks, and then the blank. So we'd have to have the angle, the two tick marks, and the blank. So U and W would have to be the same. And actually, that's what that letter D is all about. Beautiful. Let's check out the next one over here in the figure below. Which of the following is needed to prove that these two triangles are congruent? So we already have this angle here. We have this angle here, but we have a side angle and a side. So we're going to need to have a side, an angle, and a side kind of right next door to it. So if you notice, I selected RL and LC. So which ones are that? RL is the same as VW. That's good. And then we'd have LC, same as WB, LC, WB. That's the beauty right there. Which one was that? RLVW, letter B right there. Easy peasy. Let's move on to this number 10 down here. In the figure below, how do you know which triangles are congruent? You got to prove these two triangles are congruent. So as a reminder of our possibilities here, we have angle, angle, side. We have side, angle, side. We have angle, side, angle. We have side, 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 and we have hypotenuse leg. Those are the 5 that we learned so far. Because those are the 5 that we learned so far, we have to figure out which one we're at. So this one's wrong because we don't have any right angles. Side, side, side would be okay if any of the multiple choice answers were PN or QT, but they're not. So unfortunately, that one's not going to be correct. This angle side angle and angle angle side can't be right because we only have 2 sides. We don't have that. So this is the one we want, side angle side. So if you notice, the angle has to be in between the 2 sides. So the angle between the 2 sides, the angle between the 2 sides, angle side. We have angle L, angle B. We're done. Beautiful. Let's move on to the next question. Oh, can't move the paper correctly. Okay. Number 11, let's do it. So which one do we have here? Well, we have a side and then an angle and then a side. We have a side, an angle, and a side. So it's got to be side, angle, side. If you want to look at it, SAS. There it is. Beautiful. Over here in the figure below, what value of X guarantees that these are the same. So we'd have like a little reflexive on there. We got the right angle. So we have the leg, or no, that's the hypotenuse, right? And that's the leg. So we just have the 2 legs the same. It's a hypotenuse leg situation. 5x minus 8 would have to be equal to x plus 8. Let's do our little switcheroo. So that x is going to come to the left, become a negative x. That 8 is going to come to the right, become a positive 8. And we got 4x because 5 minus 1 is 4. 8 plus 8 is 16. Divide both sides by 4. We get a beautiful answer of 4 there. Moving on to that number 13. Here we go. In the figure below, what additional information is needed to prove that these are congruent by angle, side, angle? So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 4 different colors for this question, and we're going to go ahead and like do that. We got a purple, we got a blue, let's do a red. Okay, we got purple, we got blue, we got red, and how about the orange? All right, we got orange. Is this color different enough? Absolutely. All right, so we have all these different colors. So we're going to do for these 4 different questions. All right, in the figure, we need to have angle, side, angle. So we have an angle and then a side. So we have angle, side, angle over here. So this right here would have to be the same as right here in order for us to have angle, side, angle. So that's going to be angle A is going to have to be congruent to angle D. Let's move on to number 14. We're switching over to the blue now. So we need to have angle, angle, side this time. So here, if I try to do an angle, we have a side in between. So we want to have angle, angle, side, but we have this side. So we're going to start up here, right? So we're going to have to go up here, and we're going to have to say we have angle, angle, side. And again, over here, angle, angle, side. So this one's going to be angle C is going to have to be congruent to angle F. Okay. For the next one, we decided to do it in red here. We need hypotenuse legs. So we need a leg, and we need a hypotenuse with a right angle. So we have the right angle. We have the leg. We need the longest side, the hypotenuse. So we're going to have to say that the segment AC will have to be congruent to the other side there, the FD. So the other hypotenuse. The FD has to be the same as the FD. And for this one, we need side, angle, side. So we have, again, the original figure, we have the side and then the angle. The side in between would be this one right here. So we have to have that side in between right there. That's going to be CB is, in fact, congruent to FE. Beautiful. We're moving on and into the final couple questions. This one, we have an actual proof. We got to complete the proof. Paragraph proof, they say. But really it's a 2-column because these are all the statements. We just need to write the reasons. So it's given that H and J are right angles. We're told the right angles are given. So H is congruent to J because that's the definition of a right angle. Because we're going to write definition of right angles. And that is a very common thing in these proofs. So you'll have a definition of something. Other examples you might have to have definition of. So we'd have definition of, you could have things like midpoint, and that would be like 2 sides of the same. We got bisector, which could be sides or angles, depending. Those are the 2 most common. Oh, we can't read or midpoint or bisector. Those are the 2 most common we done definitions of. There could be others that we do definitions of in the future, but those are the most common ones. Here we got parallel with a transversal. So why are HGI, that's this guy over here, and JIK, that's this boy over here. Why are those the same? Well, if you notice how they're kind of both like pointing up and to the right, they're both pointing up there. Whenever they're both pointing in that same direction, we call them corresponding angles are congruent because corresponding angles, and if you wanted to write out the whole thing, then corresponding angles are congruent. That's fine. To make an actual sentence you can, but corresponding angles is good enough for me. Especially on the test, I glanced at it. It's multiple choice, nice and easy. I is the midpoint of GK, so I is the midpoint. And every time you have midpoints, that means that we create identical lengths here. So here, boom, I was just talking about the definition of midpoint. Definition of midpoint, easy peasy. So therefore these 2 guys are the same. Well, let's look at our triangles here. Some people might say right triangle for a hypotenuse leg, but we don't have the legs, right? We have an angle, and then we have an angle and a side. So we're going to have angle, angle, side, and we're done with this guy. Have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. Peace out.